Szeretet mindennél többet ér, többet ér.
Our Holy Father giving the thumbs up to the choir as they end their performance here. And as this meeting of Pope Francis with the poor and refugees here in the Church of St. Elizabeth of Hungary draws to a close, they bring his wheelchair forward. And our Holy Father now going back into the sacristy. We now bring this live broadcast of the Holy Father's visit to the poor and refugees here in St. Elizabeth of Hungary Church to a close. He'll be going to the nearby Church of the Protection of the Mother of God, where we will pick up our live broadcast in about a half hour, so you may want to stay tuned for that. I also invite you to visit the Vatican News web portal, our Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter accounts. There you'll also find coverage of all of Pope Francis's events on this 41st Apostolic journey to Hungary. On behalf of Vatican Media, I'd like to thank our audio technician, Patrizio Ciprari, and our audio coordinator, Father Johan Pacheco, and all of our media partners who've made this broadcast possible: Catholic TV, at Darshan TV, Catholic Faith Network, Shalom World Television Networks, EWTN, Uganda Catholic Television, Salt and Light Media, Shalom TV, and Sunday Shalom, and Luminous Radio. Laudetur Jesus Christus. Praised be Jesus Christ.
grazie. Mille grazie.
Laudetur Jesus Christus. Praised be Jesus Christ, and a most warm welcome to those of you joining us for this third and final event of the Pope's second morning here in Budapest. Our Holy Father just finished a visit with the poor and refugees at nearby St. Elizabeth of Hungary Church. He walked 50 meters to the Greek Catholic Church called Protection of the Mother of God, where he will meet with the Greek Catholic community. For those of you joining us now, I'd like to take this moment to welcome all of you tuning in to our live coverage of Pope Francis's 41st Apostolic Journey. From wherever you're joining us, I'd like to welcome those of you who may be tuning in through our own Vatican media channels, to all of you picking us up through television, through Catholic TV at Darshan TV, Catholic Faith Network, Shalom World Television Networks, EWTN, Uganda Catholic Television, Salt and Light Media, Shalom TV and Sunday Shalom. To our radio listeners tuning in through Luminous Radio, welcome to you, as well as anyone who may be picking up our shortwave radio broadcast, and any other diocesan and local radio channels picking up the broadcast. Our Holy Father has been welcomed by the Greek Catholic Metropolitan Peter Philip Koshis. We'll be hearing a brief greeting from the same bishop. There'll be a moment of prayer and the blessing. The greeting of the Metropolitan Archbishop. His Holiness Pope Francis, beloved by all of us. From Pope John Paul II, we learned the important truth that the Church of Christ breathes with two lungs, the Spirit of the East and the Spirit of the West, which together make up the mystical body that we live. This poetic and theological image is manifested in a special way right here in this square. Two churches stand next to each other, two communities, one of the Latin Rite, the other of the Byzantine Rite, living together in the same place. For us Greek Catholics, belonging to the Catholic Church is particularly important. Since our birth, since our first unions, we have had to suffer a lot because of this dual membership. Our martyrs died not only for their Christian faith, but above all for their fidelity to the Catholic Church. Instead of bowing to the dictates of communist violence, they remained faithful to the Catholic Church, and for that they died. Therefore, no one can doubt that, while trying to remain faithful to our Eastern roots, we do not wish to separate, but intend to become a bridge between the two sister churches, since, in a sense, we belong to both. With your visit today, we have a strong confirmation that we are equal members of the Catholic family, and we promise to be committed to bringing a message of unity and fraternity to all. We ask Your Holiness to accept from us this simple and symbolic gift, the Rosary of the Eastern Church, which has been made on this occasion by Greek Catholic youth and will be presented by Your Holiness by children.
Építői leszünk. Ezt mindenekelőtt buzgó imádságunkkal szeretnénk munkálni. Ezt tartjuk legfőbb kötelességünknek és lehetőségünknek. Ezzel tudjuk éltetni a titokzatos testet. Kérjük, fogadj el tőlünk ezt az egyszerű jelképes ajándékot, a keleti egyház rózsafűzérét, a csotkit.
And here the children come forward now.
Mindjárt üzenetét kifejezve ezzel, hogy gyermeki hittel fogjuk szeretni Krisztus Urunkat, az ő egyházát és földi helytartóját, János Pál pápa. Ferenc pápánkat.
Our Holy Father, accepting this gift of the, although we use the term rosary, it is a knotted cord on which prayers are said. Most likely the Jesus prayer repetition. Our Holy Father now giving a rosary to the children who have come forward with this gift, and the Metropolitan Archbishop of the Greek Catholics here ended his greeting with, "This is the message all of us who love with filial faith our Lord Jesus Christ wish to give the Church and its earthly head, Pope Francis." And they're going to be singing a hymn of peace, which will be followed by the Lord have mercy, the Kyrie eleison.
Richard, Atanás és Ábel püspökeinkért, a tisztes áldozó papságért, a Krisztus szerinti segítő papságért, az egész egyházi rendért és a népért könyörögjünk az Úrhoz. Szeretett magyar hazánkért, országunk vezetőjét és népünkért könyörögjünk az Úrhoz. Ezen városért, minden városért, községért és vidékért, s az azokban lakó hívekért könyörögjünk az Úrhoz. A levegőnek kedvező mérsékletéért, a föld terményeinek bőségéért és békességes időkért könyörögjünk az Úrhoz. A hajózókért, utazókért, betegekért, fáradozókért, foglyokért, s ezek szabadulásáért könyörögjünk az Úrhoz. Hogy mentsen meg minket minden aggódástól, haragtól és szükségtől, könyörögjünk az Úrhoz. Oltalmazz, ments meg, könyörülj és őrizz meg minket, Isten, a te kegyelmeddel. Legszentebb, legtisztább, legáldottabb dicső királynénkat, az Isten szülő és minden Szűz Máriát minden szentekkel együtt említvén, önmagunkat, egymást, egész életünket Krisztus Istenünknek ajánljuk. Mert téged illet minden dicsőség, tisztelet és imádás, Atya és Fiú és Szentlélek, most és mindenkor és örökkön örökké.
And the Metropolitan Archbishop Peter Filip Kosi is now investing the Holy Father with a stole.
Descenda super vos, Deus gratiae et amore, in omni tempore, nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
And invoking his blessing on those here. And they're going to be presenting a gift that comes from the parish. Some members coming forward from the congregation.
Questo il vino, ma la stessa epoca e la fatta nel 1900. Come potete vista.
And our Holy Father giving the gift of a rosary to those who've come forward with the gifts from the parish. And he's wearing on his own wrist now the Eastern rosary, quote unquote, the chotki, which he received, now handing that back. And he will be presenting the gift. He will be leaving here, a customary chalice, which the Metropolitan Archbishop kisses. This eparchy, arch-eparchy for the Catholics of the Byzantine Rite was established in 1912 and extended to all of Hungary in 1980 and became a metropolitan see in 2015. It serves 149,000 Catholics in 56 parishes. They have 94 priests, 5 of whom were ordained last year. 9 permanent deacons. They have 13 seminarians studying in philosophy and theology. The Greek Catholic Church here in Hungary manages 23 educational institutions, scholastic institutions, and 2 charitable institutions. And last year they baptized 378 people. We've gone outside the church now with our cameras. You can see people beginning to exit here. The eparchy now has 2 suffragan. This arch-eparchy has 2 suffragan eparchies for the faithful of the Byzantine Rite, and they too belong to the Episcopal Conference of Hungary. The door leading into the church, like a bower of flowers surrounding it. The Metropolitan now outside the door as our Holy Father is now seen emerging from the church. And we leave you now with these images as our Holy Father finishes his visit to the Greek Catholic Church, a church with the name Protection of the Mother of God, serving our brothers and sisters of the Greek Catholic community of the Byzantine Rite here in Budapest. Pope Francis will now go by car to the Apostolic Nunciature, where he will dine in private. And later today at 4:30 local time, that's Central European time, he will meet with young people in the sports arena in Budapest. So we invite you back to our live coverage, which returns at about 4:30 local time, Central European time. I also invite you to visit the Vatican News web portal, our Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter accounts. You'll find ongoing coverage of all of Pope Francis's events on this 41st Apostolic Journey to Hungary, as well as coverage of other Vatican and world news. On behalf of Vatican Media, I'd like to thank our audio technician, Patrizio Ciprari, and our coordinator, Father Johann Pacheco, who've made this broadcast possible, as well as to all of our media partners who've brought this broadcast to you: Catholic TV, Catholic Faith Network, at Madarshan TV, Shalom World Television Networks, EWTN, Uganda Catholic Television, Salt and Light Media, Shalom TV, Sunday Shalom, and Luminous Radio. We hope you tune in soon, later today, 4:30, to continue our Holy Father's apostolic visit to Hungary. Laudetur Jesus Christus. Praised be Jesus Christ.
Isten áldjon Ferencváros!